2024's line of brand new roller coasters looks insane, but I want to take a step back and appreciate the existing fan favorites around the world that are celebrating a significant milestone in their service life. Here's 15 roller coasters celebrating noteworthy anniversaries in 2024. Number 15, Max Force at America's Six Flags Great America, celebrating 5 years of service. American manufacturer S&S Sansei may not be as world-renowned compared to other companies, but their work delivers on the quality department. And that's where Max Force comes in. A punchy launch powered by compressed air leads into a peculiar double inversion with a max height of 175 feet. This transitions into the world's fastest inversion, a zero-G roll taken at a speed of 60 miles per hour. And just as it gets started, you swoop up through another double inversion and hit the brakes. While the ride is much shorter than most would like, Max Force is a coaster that certainly packs a punch. Number 14, Untamed at the Netherlands Walibi Holland, celebrating 5 years of service. One of Rocky Mountain Construction's least talked about rides, this unique hybrid coaster is a conversion of the now defunct Robin Hood wooden coaster. Since its opening season in 2019, Untamed has retained the record for the most inversions out of any coaster of its kind at 5. This includes a barrel roll, an underflip, and a double inversion called a double inverting stall. While its max height is only 120 feet compared to the 205-foot height of its European brother Zadra at Energilandia, Untamed more than makes up for its stats with a unique and creative layout. Number 13, Taiga at Finland's Linnanmäki, celebrating 5 years of service. We have ourselves another launch coaster on this list. Contrary to Max Force, this ride was built by Swiss manufacturer Intamin as opposed to S&S, and it has a longer prime ride time. In this prime ride time, there lives some intense twists and turns, punchy launches, and surreal inversions. Some elements such as the Immelmann loop are taken at some ridiculous pace like almost no other coaster does. This is what sets apart Taiga from other launch coasters. Overall, this attraction provides an exciting ride experience all the way through, highlighted by an incredible Finnish mountain setting. Number 12, Hakuge at Japan's Nagashima Spa Land, celebrating 5 years of service. Remember the old white Cyclone wooden coaster? Well, this is it now. This is one of the greatest looking roller coasters in theme park history gone unseen due to its secluded location in Asia. While this ride is not easy to get to, it has got to be more than worth it. Hakuge is the same model as Untamed, but its massive structure and sprawling elements make it stand out for sure. From taking you upside down 3 times to whipping and rolling through over 5,000 feet of track, Hakuge is sure to deliver a fantastic, long, and unforgettable experience to its riders. Number 11, Lightning Run at America's Kentucky Kingdom, celebrating 10 years of service. Size doesn't matter for this airtime machine. With a drop of a short 100 feet and a top speed of only 55 miles per hour, this ride resolves that by packing in an experience filled with airtime. Even its finale of Bunny Hills do their job. While it does suffer from lackluster stats, Lightning Run is still able to make something out of it and be a well-appreciated part of Kentucky Kingdom. Number 10, Helix at Sweden's Liseberg, celebrating 10 years of service. Ever since its opening in 2014, Helix has never failed to rank in the Golden Ticket Awards top 50 steel coasters. And it makes sense why it's a fan favorite due to its use of mountainous terrain and 7 floaty inversions. These inversions include an inverted top hat, a zero-G roll, and an insane corkscrew right out of the station. Because of this electric start, Helix delivers a consistently action-packed ride experience all the way from start to finish. While it doesn't live up to its name, only containing 1 Helix, this attraction is certainly one of the best in Sweden and a fan favorite among many in Europe. Number 9, Flug de Demonen at Germany's Heide Park, celebrating 10 years of service. Wing coasters are not exactly the model that gets the most attention, and when it's a wing coaster in Europe, it's certainly difficult to be noticed. But Flug de Demonen definitely delivers one of the most insane ride experiences on a wing coaster that I've ever seen. Of course, you have your standard beginning elements such as the wing over drop, Immelmann, and zero-G roll. However, its one-of-a-kind element, the demonic Knott, looks absolutely insane. This element consists of a zero-G roll into an extremely tight turn and a corkscrew exit. With its unique theming, distinctive soundtrack, and awesome layout, Flug de Demonen definitely deserves much more attention, especially for its 10th year. Number 8, Saw the Ride at the UK's Thorpe Park, celebrating 15 years of service. With the monumental addition of Hyperia and Project Sparkle happening at Colossus among other attractions, there is a lot to get excited about at Thorpe Park. However, one possibly overshadowed thing that is happening here is the 15-year anniversary of Saw the Ride. This attraction is themed to the Saw franchise, being the first roller coaster to ever be themed to a horror movie franchise. It's quite fitting that a UK theme park would do that, eh? Other than that, it has a beyond vertical drop with a saw blade interaction at the bottom of it, as well as 3 inversions. While these Eurofighter coasters are quite short, they do pack a punch, and saw is no different. So hopefully, Thorpe Park does something special for its 15th year of service. Number 7. Thunderhead at America's Dollywood, celebrating 20 years of service. You would think by the time that a wooden coaster reaches 20 years of age, it begins to get a bad rap for its roughness. But Thunderhead has been taken care of so well by the park that I think it's the best roller coaster at Dollywood. The non-stop airtime and ridiculous pacing really sets this coaster apart from other wooden coasters. Honestly, there's no real standout moment on this ride because the entire experience is consistently great. In 2005 and 2006, Thunderhead won the Golden Ticket Award for Best Wooden Coaster. And even now, the Ageless Wonder continues to give world-class rides to this day. Thunderhead is running well for 20 seasons of operation, but let's move on to an ageless steel coaster located in the same park, which is number 6, Tennessee Tornado, celebrating 25 years of service. Before RMC, Alan Schulke was revitalizing aerodynamics in the way they constructed thrill rides. And because of his work, Tennessee Tornado is one of the best rides Aero has ever built. While it is short, the ride absolutely delivers in that short ride time with forceful inversions and insane pacing. And of course, the transitions are as smooth as Ron Toomer's hair. Anyways, the first drop is fun and chock full of airtime in the back row while the loops are extremely forceful. Regardless of age, these elements hit hard, and Tennessee Tornado is a must while visiting Dollywood. Number 5. Apollo's Chariot at America's Busch Gardens Williamsburg, celebrating 25 years of service. The first hypercoaster from Swiss manufacturer B&M may not be much compared to its successors. However, Apollo continues to deliver a smooth and enjoyable experience even 25 years later. Some of this ride's best airtime moments include the first drop, first airtime hill, the drop off the mid-course brakes, and the final drop. It's certainly not the best airtime ever conspired, but you can still feel a lot of it in the back rows. And the 73 mph top speed combined with the wind in the front row is undeniably exhilarating. While it's definitely not the standout coaster of its kind, Apollo's Chariot is respectable for being the start of something truly special. Number 4. Nemesis at the UK's Alton Towers, celebrating 30 years of service. Since 1994, Nemesis has given millions of people from the UK and beyond an incredibly unique ride experience featuring intense inversions through the manually dug out terrain. With a max height of only 42 feet, it must feel so much faster than 50 miles per hour when you're whipping through the downward helix or any other moment in the ride. In late 2022, Nemesis closed down to undergo a ground-up renovation including upgrades to the theming and a full retracking. And in spring, it will reawaken as Nemesis Reborn. Alton Towers has marketed the crap out of this ride, and this rebirth project is a spectacular way to celebrate 30 years of operation of such a fan favorite. With the emergence of another world-class coaster over in Surrey, it's going to be an exciting time for UK theme park fans. Number 3. Magnum XL 200 at America's Cedar Point, celebrating 35 years of service. For many years, the world's first full-circuit roller coaster to break the 200-foot height barrier has been one of the most polarizing coasters out there. Some people praise the obscene airtime that this ride offers, while others complain about the rough and jerky ride experience. However, there is no denying the true significance of this attraction in a world of significant attractions at Cedar Point. Like seriously, how many records do they need? Anyways, love it or hate it, Magnum XL 200 provides its passengers with a beautiful setting next to the beach in Lake Erie. And it surely keeps it interesting with the jakey helix halfway through and that airtime finale towards the end. Overall, it's impressive to see how well Magnum has kept its fanbase over the years, and it'll be intriguing to see how well it ages in the next 20 years. Number 2. The Beast at America's Kings Island, celebrating 45 years of service. Ever since its opening in 1979, the Beast has been a legendary and revolutionary landmark among roller coaster enthusiasts. And it's not just because it's the world's longest wooden roller coaster. The night rides and the feeling of speeding through the woods in the dark is its defining feature. But that's only the beginning. The Beast contributed to a series of historical events in the amusement industry, so try to keep up. The man who oversaw the construction of the Beast 45 years ago was none other than Charles Dinn. He went on to form the Dinn Corporation in 1983. And apparently, roller coaster designing runs in the family because in 1991, Custom Coasters International was founded by the hand of Charles' daughter. Once CCI went out of business after 10 years, a team of employees went on to form the Gravity Group in 2002, which still constructs wooden roller coasters today. If the Beast wasn't constructed, we would never have the Dinn Corporation, CCI, or the Gravity Group. and that alone makes this one of the most legendary and important roller coasters to have ever been constructed. And finally, number 1. This roller coaster was constructed long before any of these were even thought of. It's Thunderbolt at Kennywood, celebrating 100 years of service. Originally debuting as Pippin all the way back in 1924, this ride was designed by legendary roller coaster designer John Miller. This coaster was very similar to Jackrabbit, built 4 years before, as it contained drops into the terrain that were ahead of its time. It was able to execute these drops due to the legendary invention of the upstop wheels by John Miller on Jackrabbit. Pippin wasn't renamed to Thunderbolt until 1967, where it also received an expansion to the original layout. The double dip was removed and the layout was expanded to the current track length of 3,250 feet. The national treasure of a roller coaster reopened in 1968 to Kennywood visitors and continues to operate today. With its tight turns and classic drops, Thunderbolt is truly a special attraction to celebrate this year. So that's about it. Thank you all for watching this video, and let me know down below which of these coasters you may be riding this year. Also, I'd love to hear any stories you may have with any of these rides, so share them down below. Signing off for now, this has been Storm, and I'll see you coaster lovers next time.